a flying bicycle, is it possible? It turns out that this contraption is not only possible, but it's been around since 1917. So let's dive into the history of the flying bicycle. The flying bicycle was invented by a man named Franz Reichel in Vienna, Austria, in 1917. Now, you might be asking, what does a bicycle have to do with flying? Well, as you'll see, quite a lot. For one, the flying bicycle doesn't have a motor or propeller to spin the wings. And rider, the flying bicycle takes off and can reach heights of up to 30 meters or 100 feet. But as the century wore on, the flying bicycle faded from popularity. In the film, the flying bicycle is used as a circus act, and it's ridden by a character named Sally Dark, played by the legendary actress Helen Mirren. The Icarus is a tandem bicycle, meaning that it has two sets of pedals and handlebars, so that two people can ride it, whether it's by plane, helicopter, or even bicycle. We're always finding new ways to take to the air and experience the freedom of flight. The idea is that the front rider pedals to generate power for the rear rider who steers the bicycle. The Icarus can reach speeds of up to 64 kilometers per hour or 40 miles per hour and has a flight duration of up to 20 minutes. After the movie was released, there was a renewed interest in the flying bicycle, and several companies began manufacturing new models. This was likely due to a number of factors. For one, the flying bicycle was inherently dangerous. It might just be a regular cyclist, or it might be someone taking to the air on their way to work, school, or maybe even the circus. If the rider stopped pedaling, the bicycle would lose lift and plummet to the ground. Additionally, the bicycle had a limited flight range, so riders were not able to travel very far before needing to land and recharge. And finally, the flying bicycle was quite expensive, which limited its appeal to only the wealthy.
Ow.
But don't get too excited yet. There's a catch. Because the flying bicycle is heavier than air, it needs a lot of power to stay aloft. This means that the rider has to pedal very fast, up to 120 revolutions per minute, to keep the flying bicycle from descending. Instead, it relies on the rider pedaling to move the wings. As the rider pedals, a chain attached to the rear wheel drives to fan blades at the front of the bicycle, which increases the airspeed over the wings and generates lift. It all started with one man's dream to soar through the skies like a bird, and it ended up becoming an exciting part of the circus. These wings are curved on the top and flat on the bottom, so that when air flows over them, it flows faster above than below. Faster air means lower pressure. So this means that the lower pressure air below the wing pushes up with more force than the higher pressure air above the wing pushes down. And this creates lift, just like on an airplane. The flying bicycle is essentially a bicycle with large wings attached to it. But there are some key differences between the flying bicycle and an airplane. When the lift generated by the wings is greater than the weight of the bicycle, despite the difficulty, the flying bicycle became quite popular in the early 20th century, and several companies began manufacturing kits for people who wanted to try it. However, the flying bicycle made a comeback in the 1980s, when it was featured in the movie The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. One of the most well-known flying bicycles is the Icarus, which was designed and built by a man named Paul Macy in the 1980s. While the future of the flying bicycle remains uncertain, one thing is for sure: it's a testament to human ingenuity and our never-ending desire to explore the skies. Why? So if you ever see someone riding a bicycle up into the sky, don't be surprised. Now you need to watch how helicopters work, or check out this video instead.